back in my YouTube channel with another interesting video, and that is a scientific one. Yeah, in class 9 you will be reading Cell, the Fundamental Unit of Life in NCERT CBSE coursebook, and that is the first biological chapter in your NCERT book. And today we will be getting the concept of cell. Okay, you might have known about cells in class 8, that what are cells made up of, by whom was they discovered, and what were the other experiments related to cells and other things, whatever cells are containing and other things. But today we will be discussing about some of the basics and some of the unknown facts about cells. You might have known that what is cell. From class 6 you all are reading that cell is the basic fundamental unit of life. Okay, basic fundamental unit of life. Considering this definition, what do we know? We know that cell is just a basic thing, just fundamental, that means base. We are made up of cells, and that is the base of our life. Millions, not even millions, billions, not even billions, we have trillions of cells in our body, and around 3 billions of cells each day just made up of newly to freshen up our body, and different skin pigments, and 3 millions of cells are also dying in our bodies. So cell is what we are made up of. Different types of similar groups of cells categorized to form tissues. The tissues then combinably forms organs, and the organ systematically organ system like circulatory system, respiratory system, and other digestive system, etc. And these organ systems combinably made us what we are. That means we ourselves are made up of cells, and these cells are the basic fundamental unit of life. Now, another definition we will be considering and defining, and that is, it is the basic structural and functional unit of life. And what does it mean? What is the basic structural and functional unit of our life? How could it be a cell? Yes, so basic structural unit. Why does it being mentioned? Because all organisms in this whole world, starting from a small bacteria to a big monster blue whale, and even we human beings, and even the steady still plants, are all made up of cells. These small particles which cannot be seen our naked eyes, but that is what we are made up of. So after being defining this basic structural unit of life is cell and proving it, now what is the meaning? What is the sense? How does it make sense that cell is the functional unit of life? To understand it, we need to take an example. Such as example, let's consider the digestive system. In the digestive system, we just engulf our food and swallow it, chew it, whatever we do. The mouth functions, then the esophagus functions, and then the stomach, pancreas, liver, whatever the organs are in this digestive system, all are made of some of the tissues, and those are combinably formed by the cells only. That means the entire organism, the all biochemical activities performed inside our body is just controlled over by a cell. And that is why it is said to be a functional unit, and it's a type of mystery that how can a small particle, which is not even, not can be just imagined that how much its size could be, can just help us to make us what we are in a wholesome way. So now, after these two definitions, you could have understand that what are the differences between the class 8 cells, whatever you have read, and in class 9. So there is something tough and there is something new to learn in class 9, and that is what we will be learning now. Erasing it doesn't matter. And cell, how was it discovered? It was discovered in 1665. All of us know about it, that it was discovered by Robert Hooke. And how was it discovered? When Robert Hooke observed a slice of cork, and it was a dead plant cell. Okay, dead plant cells. So he observed that there were different compartments, small compartments, like that of an beehive. So in the beehive there are different small compartments like this. But those were in this small compartments, those were like rectangular shape, like this. Okay. So, like this, one image appeared under the microscope when Robert Hooke was observing this slice of cork, and he just made it to a discovery that whatever you want to think about me, it's okay, but I can observe some of the different types of elements in this compartments. And he could observe a dense round body of structure, and that is nucleus, whatever we reading. So these small compartments were then called cells. Like these were derived from the word cellulae. Okay. So this was the discovery of cell, but it was a discovery of a dead plant cell. Who discovered the first living cell? That was not in your book and is mentioned in this book, and that is Anton von Leeuwenhoek. He is the one who had discovered and observed a mycoplasma bacteria, and he just imagined that there's even more than that of whatever Robert Hooke had discovered. I have found something other thing, and that is this: there is a movement in it, and that means there are also living cells. And his statement just changed the whole world. There were many discoveries leading to it, like we can find out the theory of cell. This is what the cell theory is. Each of the organism is dependent upon cell to be made. That means each of the organism is made up of cell, and also it is dependent upon the cells to perform any of the functions whatever is being done in it. So that means the cell theory it is. So two scientists, Skeleton and Swan, these two proposed this cell theory. And what did they propose? They just proposed that Skeleton proposed that all the plants Okay, all the plants were made up of cell. I mean to say are made up of cell. Okay, so all the plants are made up of cells. And what about Kohn? What did he propose? He proposed that animals are made up of cells. One of the cell theory is these two statements whatever are being given by these two great scientists. So after being discovery of the cell, then the living cell, and then now proposing of the cell theory, whatever we have learned till now is just the basics of cells, and still we need to learn many of the things about cell, like what does it contain and what are its types. So another scientist, Virchow, he stated that all the cells come from their pre-existing cells. This is what the statement of Virchow was, but he did not state it like this. He just had his own language into this statement, and that was omnis cellula e cellulae. Omnis cellulae e cellulae. This is what the statement of Virchow was, which means all the cells come from their pre-existing cells. That's all for today's class, and in the next session we will be learning about what are the different kinds of cells and what are its components, what does it contain inside. Thank you and have a very nice day to join us, and bye-bye.